Colorado.
Oh, dude.
Not so prime time this week.
Buffs running off a cliff.
Yeah, SCO Buffs off a cliff.
Off a cliff.
Off a cliff.
Bang.
The Shador was not as effective this week. There was no flexing
Oh.
going on.
I mean, it
No,
depends
there.
what you're talking about.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, where you going?
Yeah,
Garbage.
the Shador man, 244 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and an offensive and defensive line both blamed in the press conference for those stats.
And receivers.
That was impressive. He managed to alienate his entire team in one press conference just by being like, well, how many times has Dylan Raiola touched? Which is like going at him, his offensive line for not
Sharp.
protecting him and his defensive line for
Should not
protecting
game
him.
Raiola.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado, it's fun while it lasts, and last year it went 4 games and we were super pumped.
I
And
had
this year it was
0
1 week,
fun.
and then they lost to unranked
Oh, I loved
Nebraska.
it.
So
Never
Dylan
doubt.
Raiola, so the score of the game, I guess we didn't say that. I got too distracted with the Shador thing. Was 28-10. It was a whopping. There was never this game was never like in contention.
They
really.
also only got that touchdown at the very end of the game.
Yeah,
what
like
I'm saying,
the
yeah.
game
It
was
was
the game was never close.
Never.
Dylan Raiola didn't have to do much. Nebraska had a really good game plan. He had 185 yards and a touchdown with no picks, which is all you need to do when you're playing a team like Colorado.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're not asking him to go out and be Superman,
Yeah.
It's regular football.
as opposed to Colorado literally asking Shador to do everything because that's their entire offense. Just scramble.
And
go,
Travis
run
Hunter
around,
beat
and-
God.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
when that's not working, it's kind of toast. But I think the majority of us were on Nebraska. I know you had Nebraska,
Alright,
I had
hammers.
Nebraska, you were on Nebraska.
Yep.
It was
Nebraska.
consensus, right? You were
Yeah.
against
So I
Colorado.
flipped
Yeah.
it,
So it was
yeah.
our consensus pick. There we go. We were sharp on that.
Oh, that was easy.
But yeah, Ryan, what did you see here in this game? I know we kind of predicted it, but what do you think of Shador, especially in the post game as well?
Oh, dude, he's just. I mean, it's just emotions. Like after a game like that, where you just get embarrassed and you're supposed to be good, and it's like the realization that once again you're not going to be good. You're just going to get upset and say stupid shit. I don't take it that bad. I know his teammates might take it a weird way, or like we freak out. I think he'll be fine. Colorado will be fine. But like, it was funny. I loved it. I mean, I would ask the same thing. Did Dylan get touched?
Yeah.
No, I only got
Yeah,
smacked around.
Mario, I know you're a Shador guy.
Oh,
Shador.
big Shador.
How'd you feel about what happened this week?
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious what was going to happen
Agreed.
in terms of like the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
Didn't think Colorado would stand a chance, and they really didn't. I mean, this team's just not that good.
No.
I mean, ESPN
Never
loves
have
them,
been.
They love him.
They've never been
overall,
good.
16th overall in college football.
and people think that they're good, which is crazy.
They actually
Comical.
believe it. Like,
Yeah.
Literally
believe it.
comical.
Like you talk to some people, like
We were
you
in the
can-
sports book, and you hear the way people are talking. Like, I don't know what's going on with this Colorado team. And
Yeah,
we're sitting there
no,
like,
like
They're playing
this
exactly
is-
like
yeah.
Colorado.
I'm
Like,
like, have you ever watched the Colorado game? Like,
No.
like you said,
They see
they
the
asked
highlights.
Shador to like do everything, and if that doesn't work, they're screwed.
yeah.
Yep.
And they have no defense. Their O line's terrible.
Everything's bad.
I mean, so what Shador said after the game, I mean, it was true. I don't think he should have said it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I mean, that's
I think it's totally, for him, they're not. This season's not even real. There's already
Yeah,
rumors
yeah.
of Dion going to Florida State next year when Shador and his kids leave Colorado.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter's gone. So
That'd be
everyone,
sick if he
everyone he brought,
to Florida
State. That'd be sick.
So I don't think Colorado. There's much, I don't think they are that loyal to the program itself. I think they went there because the colors are gold and they
Yeah,
could
it's the
bring whoever
brand.
they wanted. Yeah, and so, when you talk about Shador saying that, it makes Colorado look terrible as a school. Like essentially, he's speaking for the team now, which is like not unusual for quarterbacks. But usually, you don't hear sound bites from like. When's the last time you heard Carson Beck say something in the news, or
Good
Quinn
point.
Ewers say something that made headlines?
well, they win.
Or
those teams don't
But
lose
even,
very often.
dude, I'll even take an extreme example of Caleb Williams, right? We got on him for just crying after a game and showing emotion. Caleb Williams lost 7 games as, he was the Heisman going into last season.
Didn't
He had
say
won the
anything
year
like
before.
that.
Never said anything
Yep.
about his teammates. If you're trying to be a top pick in the NFL draft for quarterbacks, how do you think GMs are going to read that? You want to bring that onto your
not good.
team
No.
where, like, not only Shador is the headlines and stuff, but you're talking shit on the other team, blaming everyone else, and then you have the added, like, Dion hype around, well, Dion's, like, backs him up, essentially, being like, yeah, our team's not good. And so, I don't know. Everything, it rubs me the wrong way completely. I was super turned off by it. I was like, dude, there's no way this guy pans out.
in that
Yeah,
specific example, like I don't like the act of quarterbacks doing it, but I don't have a problem with Shador doing it because that's just how he is with everything. Like you heard him talk before the season, him saying like anytime he talks about himself, he talks like he believes he's better
He thinks
than his
he's
dad.
Jesus Christ.
No, like he
Yeah.
thinks he's gonna be like a better football
That's just
player
him.
than his like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's what he is. He's like, oh, like we're gonna kill him because I'm
At
the
least
best.
pretend
I mean,
you're
that's
not,
good,
though.
but that's gonna just domino because it's like if you're in Colorado's position, you have to try at least do something to get back on the right track. And I don't think alienating yourself away from your teammates is the way to do that.
No, it's
and
not.
so
Yeah,
you know,
definitely
again,
not
it's
your
a domino
offensive
effect
line.
of
It's not.
you know your guys aren't going to want to play for you. You're not going to win games, and then your draft stock's going to continue to fall.
And they know you don't
It's
give
all
a
tumbling.
I think it's like very clear that both Dion and Shador actually don't give a
Yeah,
about
and everyone knew
anyone
that
else on
before.
the team.
Yeah.
But like
Nothing
they're
new.
outwardly saying it. Like now
Yeah.
it's like they don't only not want to play for you. They have no incentive to be like, well, they're not going to like push my narrative or my story or my draft stock
Yeah.
anyway. It's like Shador's not out there, choosing to name his offensive lineman. Like this guy, I thought this right guard named XYZ, whatever, did a great job and put his name in the headline, just saying, yeah, our O and D lines are just horrific. So everyone just like brands him that way.
I
don't
think
know.
he did all this last year. Like
Yeah.
to me, this isn't surprising. Like this is literally just what he does.
Yeah.
I knew going into like as soon as I watched them last year, I knew okay, he's not going to be good in the NFL. He's going to get drafted high because of his dad, and everyone's going to freak out when it doesn't work out. But like when you watch this clip in a year, and I'm saying Shador is not going to be good in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's gonna freak out. Just come back to this video
No,
and
I'm
be
with
like,
you on
like he just never was that good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Colorado.
He's talented, but he's slow, and he's like he doesn't have it upstairs. So.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
I agree. Yeah, Colorado.
I love it.
Real rough look after week 2.
Great look.
We'll see what they do. I mean, big game on the road in Colorado State this week.
Yeah, they're
I mean, last year that game was one of the most electric college football games of the season.
they're
it was-
lucky
It's gonna
Tory
be
Horton's
this
out.
this year.
I
It's
th-
gonna be such a good game.
I think it's gonna be a
great
really
They're
good
very
game. So
evenly matched.
I know we're gonna talk some of those games and have those on the card. So stay tuned to the college football episode. But we'll see what happens with the Shador saga. Him and Travis Hunter's Heisman odds definitely didn't improve this week. So
No.
No.
we'll see how that goes. Into week 3.
Shador.
Shador.